Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lieutenant Steve Carnaccione. I will be your host for the evening. Welcome to the 38th Annual 4th District Community Relations Awards Ceremony. First off, I'd like to acknowledge some of our esteemed guests. The Honorable Mayor Frank Jackson, Council President Kevin Kelly, Councilman Kevin Bishop, Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland, Councilman Blaine Griffin, and sitting in for Councilman Brancatelli is, I'm going to do my best, Marcelina Sladuska. Okay. I'd also like to welcome Safety Director Mike McGrath and Director of Community Relations Board Grady Stevenson. From the Division of Police, I welcome Chief Calvin Williams and Deputy Chief Joel O'Neill. At this time, I would like Chaplain Larry Harris to lead us in our invocation for the evening. Chaplain Harris is our police chaplain, and he's one of our 4th District community members. Chaplain.
Thank you, and let's bow our heads and pray. Father God, we are more than thankful tonight that you would allow us to take this time to give a salute to the work of those who have taken an oath to serve and protect our citizens, our communities, and our city. We also thank you for this opportunity, Lord, to give honor to those citizens who have come alongside to assist in any way possible to make Cleveland a safer place to live. We thank you. Now be with us as we invite you into our time of honoring others and celebrating the accomplishments of our area. Amen. Amen.
Now I'd like some of our honored guests to come up and say a few welcoming words. Firstly, I'd like the Honorable Mayor Frank Jackson.
Good evening. Thank you. I want to welcome everyone, but really congratulate all those who will be recognized tonight for your service. And thank you for that service, because it is the combination of citizens and police and community effort that really makes neighborhoods move forward, which makes the city move forward. So again, congratulations and thank you for your service.
Next, I'd like you to welcome Commander Brandon Kutz, Commander of the 4th District.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I just want to say congratulations to all our awardees, the officers, our community members, and organizations. Each and every one of you have earned the award you're here to get tonight. The work that you've done has benefited the 4th District, our residents, our community, more than you can ever know. And I really appreciate that, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all your hard work and your dedication. It is not an easy job, no matter who you are getting an award tonight. I know that people pour their heart and souls into their work, whether it's in law enforcement or within the community, and we really appreciate that. Without you, this would be a much different place to live and to work in. And every single one of you in this room, I want to thank you all for attending, the dignitaries, our family members, friends, other community members that are just here to show support. It's really important that you're all here tonight, and the support that you give the 4th District is very welcome, and we're very appreciative for it. So thank you very much.
Tonight's ceremony has been funded by our community partners. I would like to take this time to thank them for their support, and please, when you get a chance, turn to page 37 of our program to see a complete list. Without them, this would make this job very difficult. The recipients of tonight's awards all share a common cause, the community of the 4th District. So tonight we honor these men and women for their dedication and hard work to the betterment of our community. Will the honored guests please form a receiving line to my left, Mayor? I'll just wrap around as needed. We will begin the night with our Officers' Awards. Awardees, as I call your name, please step forward and greet the receiving line and accept your award. The Special Commendation Award is awarded to division personnel who distinguish themselves by improving an administrative or tactical procedure within the Division of Police, fostering a successful community affairs program, or performing a valuable police service which demonstrates special diligence or perseverance. Patrol Officer Michael Vinecourt. On August 25th, 2018, Patrol Officer Michael Vinecourt and other officers received a radio assignment for a male in crisis in the South Broadway neighborhood. Upon his arrival, Officer Vinecourt observed the male standing in the yard with a knife in his right hand and a cut to his left wrist. He was very agitated and was telling the officers that he did not want to live. Officer Vinecourt took the lead and convinced the suicidal male to talk to him. The male stated that he did not trust police officers and made many references to his bad encounters. Officer Vinecourt engaged the male in conversation, showed compassion, eventually gaining his trust. After an hour conversation, the male threw the knife down and walked to the ambulance. The situation was resolved peacefully because of Officer Vinecourt's willingness to take control, stay calm, and engage the male with complete empathy and professionalism. For performing a valuable police service which demonstrates special diligence, it is an honor to bestow upon you, Patrol Officer Michael Vinecourt, the Special Commendation Award. The commander's letters are special letters given to officers in recognition of an act or acts that represent that officer's diligence to duty and the furthering of law enforcement ideals. Lieutenant Jason DeFranco. Upon being promoted to the rank of lieutenant, Jason DeFranco was assigned to lead the Cleveland Police 4th District Detectives Unit, one of the largest and busiest bureaus in the state of Ohio. He has successfully been able to maintain the unit in an organized and efficient manner. He has attended numerous trainings to learn the role of an investigator and has had to rebuild the unit due to attrition. Overseeing the bureau of this size is no easy task. As he provided guidance, support, training, and coaching, he does all this while vetting over 4,000 cases per year. Lieutenant DeFranco has overseen many of the high-profile cases Cleveland has faced and continues to work diligently with his detectives on a daily basis. He also has found time to take a leading role in the 4th District Bike Program, often riding with teams 3 times a week. He provided guidance as a role model of exemplary community outreach and engagement. The challenges continue today as Lieutenant DeFranco and his 2 sergeants are tasked with meeting new policy and procedures to maximize efficiency in our process. His work ethic and diligence is unwavering as he goes above and beyond the normal course of a business to fulfill the responsibilities placed upon him. In recognition of acts that represent diligence to duty and the furthering of law enforcement ideals, we bestow on Lieutenant DeFranco a commander's letter. Sergeant James Bryant. Sergeant James Bryant has a police officer since 2007 and was promoted to sergeant in 2015. He was appointed to the 4th District Detective Unit in 2016 and has played a vital role in the unit operations since then. Sergeant Bryant regularly takes on new innovative assignments and without complaint and embraces new ways to best serve the citizens of the City of Cleveland. In 2018, Sergeant Bryant led the Major Crimes Initiative to a very successful year. The efforts of MCI should be commended as their investigations have led to 41 fresh felony on-scene arrests, 172 crime scene responses, 233 fresh interviews with 32 confessions, 38 search warrants, and 17 firearms confiscated. Sergeant Bryant is dedicated to the division and the citizens of the 4th District. His devotion and unwavering commitment do not go unnoticed. His leadership has been key to the success of reducing gun violence and crime drivers in the 4th District. In recognition of acts that represent his diligence to duty and the furthering of law enforcement ideals, he is being awarded a commander's letter. Sergeant Steve Congelli. Sergeant Stephen Congelli has been a police officer since 1987 and was promoted to sergeant in 2000. His many years of valuable law enforcement expertise have been instrumental in the 4th District Detective Unit. His knowledge of detective unit operations are second to none, and he is an excellent multitasker, often balancing multiple stressful activities on a daily basis. Sergeant Congelli is often tasked with additional responsibilities that are in addition to his regular duties. He embraces these challenges and performs with efficiency and professionalism at all times. In 2018, Sergeant Congelli supervised the review of nearly 1,600 investigations, 472 cases result in felony charges, 27 cases resulting in misdemeanor charges, and 245 cases referred directly to the grand jury. He is committed to the detectives that serve under him, the division, and the citizens of the 4th District. His hard work, dedication, and leadership are commendable and should be applauded. In recognition of acts that represent his diligence to duty and furthering of law enforcement ideals, he is being awarded a commander's letter. Patrol Officer Brandon Melbar. On April 13, 2019, officers received a radio broadcast for the area of East 131st and Cornell for a male shot while in a vehicle. Officer Melbar was assisting the primary zone car. Officer Melbar knew the area and its long history of gang violence. Having this prior knowledge, he was able to get information from a witness and provide crucial details of the suspect. The next morning, April 14, 2019, Officer Melbar was patrolling the area to be frequented by the suspect. He located a vehicle matching the description given to him by the witness the night before. Inside the vehicle, Officer Melbar saw a possible evidence related to the shooting. Moments later, a male approached Officer Melbar and claimed to be the owner of the vehicle. Officer Melbar calmly engaged the male in a conversation, and the male willingly went to the 4th District to give a statement to detectives. While the male was giving the statement, the victim of the shooting died. At this time, the homicide detectives took control of the investigation, and the male giving the statement at the 4th District was arrested for the murder. Officer Melbar carefully interviewed a reluctant witness, found a suspect's vehicle, engaged the suspect in a conversation, and got him to talk openly about his role in the homicide. Officer Melbar personal initiative and special faithfulness to duty led to the discovery of crucial evidence and the arrest of the suspect wanted in a homicide investigation. In recognition of acts that represent the officer's diligence and duty, the furthering of law enforcement, he is being awarded a commander's letter. Detective Dorcas Oliver. Detective Dorcas Oliver has been a police officer since 1997. She was appointed to the Detective Bureau in 2016 and soon after took on the trying position as the grand jury liaison. In 2018, Detective Oliver prepared and presented 541 cases as a grand jury liaison. Detective Oliver wears many hats in the Bureau. After juggling grand jury duties, investigations, updating the 4th District social media outlets, and administrative requests, she is always willing to step up when needed and will go above and beyond to assist other members of the division as well as citizens of the City of Cleveland. Detective Oliver has a passion for interacting in the community on foot patrol and passing out resourceful information to assist the citizens of Cleveland. She is a true team player and is a pleasure having her on our team. In recognition of acts that represent her diligence to duty and furthering law enforcement ideals, she is being awarded a commander's letter. Our next awards is the Community Service Award. These awards are nominated and voted on by our 4th District Community Relations Committee. Awardees, as I call your name, please come forward and greet the receiving line and accept your award. Patrol Officer Michelle Griecar, now Sergeant Michelle Griecar. PO Michelle Griecar has been with the Cleveland Division of Police since May 4th, 2009. Since being hired, she has spent her time responding to calls for service from citizens in the city's neighborhood police district. She has just recently been promoted to the rank of sergeant, where she will now supervise and mentor patrol officers. Today, we are honoring her not for these accomplishments, but for her work with the 4th District Police Memorial. The building of the 4th District Police Memorial spanned over several years with the work of many individuals to become what it is today. P.O. Griecar saw a need for further upkeep of this great memorial, and it's testament to the officers that serve the 4th District community. She took it upon herself to use her expertise in landscaping design to make sure that the memorial had fresh mulch, flowers, and care for existing greenery. She ensures that memorial is clean and any damage is repaired or replaced. She uses her contacts in the industry to solicit donations and discounts for material. Along with these tasks, she has taken the time to make improvements and beautify the 4th District Police Headquarters with additional landscaping. The 4th District Police Memorial has become a meeting place where officers and citizens alike can come together and remember the sacrifice and continuing efforts of the men and women of the 4th District. For this 4th District Community Relations Board would like to honor Sergeant Michelle Griecar with the Community Service Award. Ms. Robin Brown. Ms. Robin Brown is a community activist and leader extraordinaire. Ms. Brown is the founder of Concerned Citizen Organized Against Lead. She has taught and advocated for lead awareness and education. She is the former Mount Pleasant Community Ambassador. She has recently been named to the City of Cleveland's Lead Steering Committee, and she is the founder of the Mount Pleasant Resident-Driven Sustainability Association. Ms. Brown is a former board member of Mount Pleasant Now Development Corp., as well as a member of the First Street Coalition and president of the East 146th, 147th Street Block Clubs. She is working on a proposal for a youth-centered cultural center to be built in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood. She is also working with Neighborhood Connections to dispel the disparities that exist in the Mount Pleasant area with a focus on education, health, and workforce development. In recognition to the continued commitment to the communities of the Cleveland and its citizens, the 4th District Community Relations Committee would like to honor Ms. Robin Brown with this Community Service Award. Ms. Marilyn Burns. Ms. Marilyn Burns has been a resident of the Woodhill Homes Estates for 14 years. Ms. Burns has been a vital member of this community since she has resided here. She has given much of her time to the children as well as the seniors in the community. Ms. Burns also commits herself to various committees to enhance the health and well-being of the residents she serves. She is a community leader and advocate, the Ward 6 Precinct Committee person, and serves as a zone representative for the 4th District Community Relations Committee. She works tirelessly with Case Western Reserve University as a researcher with the Institutional Review Board. This board handles the ethical concerns for the greater good of the people involved with the medical treatment. She works with Metro Health's HEAL program that helps identify social concerns like low health literacy and food scarcity. They then implement action plans to combat the issue and educate to create healthier people in communities. Ms. Burns' tenacity and drive exemplifies her commitment to the community. Her work with the residents at Woodhill Estates has earned her recognition from CMHA, management, staff, and residents. As time goes on, she continues to work towards revitalization of her community. In recognition to her continued commitment to Ward 6 and the other communities of Cleveland and its citizens, the 4th District Community Relations Committee would like to honor Marilyn Burns with this Community Service Award. Mr. Kelly Rice Sr. Mr. Kelly Rice Sr. is the founder and owner of Keratin Barber College, located at Lee and Harvard Shopping Plaza. The John Adams High School graduate began cutting hair as a high school student and now has over 25 years of experience in the business. Mr. Rice is a productive and active member of Ward 1 community. He has coordinated an annual back-to-school event in the Lee Harvard Plaza involving Cleveland Police, Cleveland Fire, merchants, and citizens in the area. During this event, students of the Keratin Barber College, with the supervision of Mr. Rice and his staff, give away hundreds of haircuts, school supplies, and also involve officers to participate and engage with local residents, kids, and community members. Mr. Rice does not only educate students from his Barber College, but he also teaches his students about responsibility, finance, and everyday life skills that will help students become successful entrepreneurs. He has also hosted several Cleveland Police recruit classes at his college and has held a barbershop talks there involving officers and local residents. In recognition to the continued commitment to the Cleveland community, the 4th District Community Relations Board would like to honor Mr. Kelly Rice Sr. with the Community Service Award. Our last awards are from the Cleveland Police Foundation Awards. This evening, which is an alliance of business and civic leaders, law enforcement organizations, and citizens. They are committed to the ideal that our dedicated, well-trained police department leads to a safer community. Its mission is to strengthen the bond between members of the Cleveland Division of Police and the resident it serves. The foundation will recognize an organization, a citizen, and 2 officers that have shown outstanding contribution to the community. Representing the foundation and presenting the awards this year is Robert Gutu, Community Outreach Coordinator.
Thanks, Lou. I'd like to introduce a couple of our board members who came to assist tonight, Jimmy Creation and Rich DeChamp. Would Officers Eric Melendez and John P. Grzanek step forward, please? Both of these officers work in the Community Services Unit and participate in community events, school speaking engagements, and provide security and interaction within the rec centers. They also have adopted a classroom from the Chapelside Academy and regularly visit the students, bring them gifts, and host holiday parties for them. They also have established relationships with Earl B. Turner and Zelma George Rec Centers, as well as Harvey Rice School and the Meeting Place Learning Center. For your diligence to duty and your dedication to the community and the Cleveland Division of Police 4th District, the Cleveland Police Foundation bestows upon you its Community Service Award. Would Principal Jason Tidmore step up? Principal Jason Tidmore has served as an administrator for Harvey Rice Wraparound School for 5 years. Since his arrival, he has committed to making sure that the school deserves as a hub to provide resources and educational opportunities for the scholars and families connected to HRW. As a result, a healthy partnership has been established with our city's 4th District Police Department. Through this collaborative, Mr. Tidmore has served as the link between the Cleveland Police Community Relations Office and the parents and students in the HRW community. In addition to this collaborative, Mr. Tidmore has partnered with 35 additional community partners ranging from faith-based organizations to major philanthropic organizations. These connections are all intended to make sure that as a neighborhood, we not only relocate, but ensure collaboration. To bring this vision to fruition, Mr. Tidmore meets monthly with Cleveland 4th District Community Relations Committee, parents, and other community stakeholders to discuss how we plan to bring the village together to take full advantage of the resources available within the community to ensure a better quality of life for the families and residents in the Buckeye Woodland neighborhood. Mr. Tidmore's motto, "It still takes a village," is belief he holds dear as he continues to seek new ways and new opportunities that may decrease or eliminate barriers to the academic success for the scholars at Harvey Rice Wraparound School. For your dedication and devotion to the children at Harvey Rice School and the Cleveland Division of Police, the Cleveland Police Foundation bestows upon you its Community Service Award. Congratulations. Do we have a representative from the Greater Cleveland Habitat for Humanity? Step forward, please. The Greater Cleveland Habitat for Humanity has been working in the Cleveland Police 4th District footprint since 2016. They chose this area because they felt it was riper for revitalization. Between 2016 and 2018, they fully rehabbed 27 houses and assisted 220 existing residents. In addition to this, their work and help to reduce violent crime in the area. According to a report generated by the Cleveland Police 4th District, the instances of violent crime were reduced significantly on the streets on which Habitat homeowners moved in and existing residents assisted during the neighborhood spruce up events. For your dedication to the 4th District community and the Cleveland Division of Police, the Cleveland Police Foundation bestows upon you its Community Service Award. Congratulations, sir. Thank you. Thanks.
Dignitaries, you may take your seats. Let's give one more round of applause to our awardees.